Shalom, Israel. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI BASHAM, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who teach and rule well at Great Millstone. And peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the prophets, the hopeful elect, 144,000, and to the men and women of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Shalom. Back with another lesson. I'll title this one, The Song of Deliverance. The Song of Deliverance. Call halal Yahawah Bahasham Yahawahshi. Call halal Yamla Alahayanawa Yahawah Bahasham Yahawahshi. And you know, the elect is singing that song of deliverance because the elect want to be delivered out of this place. You know, this is for the elect, man, because the elect is sighing and crying and singing that song of deliverance. We're oppressed here. We're vexed. We're surrounded by wickedness. 2/3 of Israel, they don't want to see this place, America, be destroyed. They're not in that. They're not singing this song. This is why, 2/3 of Israel, and then you have these other nations that are proud and they can't understand this, because this thing is spiritual, man. This is spiritual. That's why I tell you, what is that in Romans, that the Spirit bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Lord. Because this thing is spiritual, man. This ain't no t-shirt that you can just put on. You know, the hopeful elect is trying to get the fuck out of here, man. We are vexed with this place. There's none but wickedness in this place, man. America and across the world. Let me get to the scriptures, man. Let me get to the scriptures. Let me go to Ecclesiastes. This is why, you know, the elect, you know, is sighing and crying. And out there on the highways and hedges and doing lessons and sit downs on these different platforms and doing everything they can, man. This is not our rest. Israel, we have been oppressed, man. We went from captivity to captivity to captivity to captivity. You know, and only the elect is sighing and crying day and night and singing that song of deliverance. It's all up to the 2/3 of Israel, and right along with these other nations, is all about mirth and partying and having fun and celebration. Let's all have a good time. Enjoy yourself. Ecclesiastes. I don't want to make this too long. Just a quick hit. Something that was on my spirit. Ecclesiastes 7:2. Ecclesiastes 7:2, and it reads, it says, it is better to go to the house. See? It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. You see? It is better to, and this is King Solomon talking. It says, it is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. And you know, 2/3 of Israel, and right along with this world, and here in Babylon, America, you know, this is the spirit that's here in America, man. Is party, the celebration. Let's forget about our hard times and live our life and do what you want and live the way you want to do. Live the way you want to. You know, there's no order in this place. That's why the things are going the way they are. That's why so much confusion and so much chaos and perversion going on in this place. The Lord's he's dealing with the elect, that remnant, man. He not dealing with all of his people. And neither is he dealing with you other nations. This ain't for you. This thing is spiritual, man. This is the spirit and the song that the elect is singing. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. 3, it says sorrow is better than laughter. Sorrow is better than laughter. This is that song that elect is singing. Sorrow is better than laughter. See, and you have these 2/3, and you have the of Israel and these other nations. They can't understand this. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. Right, because it makes you think. It sharpens you. But you got 2/3 of the Lord's people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, and you know, in this place here in America, Babylon, they're in a party spirit. They're in a perverse party, you know, hangout. Everybody, let's all get together and get along and enjoy ourselves and forget about the bad days. We don't want to hear that song of sadness and sorrow and mourning. See, the elect we're in the house of, Lord willing, I'm part of the hopeful elect, man. Baba Kusha. But you know, the elect is in their spirit is in the house of mourning and sighing and crying and singing that song of deliverance, because we want to get out of here, man. We're surrounded by complete wickedness, demons. Let me go to we're gonna stay in Ecclesiastes, Salakia 7, and we'll go to 26. Ecclesiastes 7 and 26, and it reads, it says, and I find more bitter than death the woman. See? And I find more bitter than death the woman. What is more bitter than death? King Solomon said, the woman, whose heart is in snares and nets, and her hands as bands. See, because you go and you look out through history, all these empires that were built, a lot of them were torn down by women. Why? Because whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Who pleaseth the Lord, YAHAWAHSHI, shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. See? And that's why the Lord said he give a wicked woman to a wicked man. He give a wicked woman to a wicked man. And a lot of men have been put to death over women. Scandalous. 27. He said, behold, this have I found. King Solomon said, behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account. 28. Which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found. And King Solomon had 700 wives. And he said he hasn't found one righteous, one good woman. But out of 1,000 men, he found, or 1 out of 1,000, he found one. I'll read it again. He said, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not one man among 1,000. So you take that 1,000 men, and you take that one and bring in the other 1,000. That pretty much accumulates to that 144,000 on how he's saying it. But as far as the woman, he said, but a woman among them, but a woman among all those have I not found. Call Allah YAHAWAHSHI. See, and this is why the Lord is only, that elect, that 144,000, is all men. And it tells you, what is that? What is that? 1 Timothy. Matter of fact, let me just get it real quick, just to go into that. Because the Lord tell you, man, He's not dealing with you women. You women are gonna get in line. That elect, that 144,000 is all men. Then you have the 1/3, the remnant, which are the men, women, and children. Friends of the prophets, the ones that believe in YAHAWAH, YAHAWAHSHI. And these are Israelites, man. Jacob. They're not you other nations. What did he say? Just to back that up, he said he didn't find one woman righteous. And like I said, King Solomon has 700 wives and 300 concubines. But it says, First Timothy 2 and 13. 1 Timothy 2 and 13, and it reads, it says, for Adam was first formed, then Eve. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. 14. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. See? And then it tells you 15, it says, notwithstanding she shall be saved in childbearing. See? She shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. See? So the woman is going to be saved through the elect man. And it also goes into that too, to that Isaiah 4 and 1, where 7 women are going to take hold of one man. And it also tell you too that the Lord is going to make a man more precious than fine gold. This elect, this 144,000 is all men. Let me go to I got a couple more and I'll close out. Let me go to but the elect is singing that, they're singing that song of deliverance, man. Let me go to Revelation 14 and 1. I got a couple more and I'll close out. Call halal yamla alahayinawa Yahawah BASHAM YAHAWAHSHI. The elect is vexed with this place, man. We want to get out of here. We want to get out of here. Bottom line, we just like the Lord said, through much tribulation we must enter into the kingdom, and the elect understand that. We understand all this destruction and war, the sea hip, Jacob's trouble. We understand that, and we want this to come. Hurry up, because we got it. The faster that comes, the faster we can get out of here, man. We're not here in America, Babylon, trying to do. We don't want no fame. We don't want nothing to do with Esau. None of that, man. We're not trying to build no businesses here. We want to get the fuck out of here. We're tired of suffering, man, and being vexed amongst these wicked nations and this 2/3 of Israel. Our people are they're gone, man. They don't want to be delivered. And then this system is set up against you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians to oppress you and to keep you on the bottom and to keep you living in the poorest and roughest conditions. We want to get out of here, man. So this is the song that we're singing, the song of deliverance. It says Revelation 14:1. I'll close out with this, man. It says Revelation 4. I got two more. Revelation 14:1. It says, and I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000. See, having his Father's name written in their foreheads. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, the elect, the prophets, man, having his Father's name. We know the Father's name. Lord willing, I'm part of the hopeful elect, but the elect got the Father's name, Yahawah. He is having his Father's name written in their foreheads. You got to have that name. In the hopeful elect, we got the name in the original tongue. The Lashawan Kwadash, the original Hebrew tongue, Yahawah. And if you go back to Exodus and read what Moses was saying, same thing. He asked the Lord, what is your name? 2, it says, and I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters and as the voice of a great thunder, and I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. It says 3, and they sung as it were a new song. And they tell you that in the next chapter, and the new song, or that nobody knew that song but the elect, the song of Moses. It says, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the 4 beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. Call YAHAWAHSHI. And starting with the apostles and the elders and bishops and prophets on down that great millstone, you know, that's where the truth is dwelling, man. Having the Father's name, the Lashawan Kwadash, and the Rakah Kwadash, the Holy Spirit. There's only one doctrine. There's only one doctrine. You have all these different false religions and beliefs and stuff, man-made philosophies. The Lord's, he's coming back to destroy all of that, man. There's only one doctrine. And that elect, that 144,000 is singing the same song. We're singing the same song. Ain't nobody off beat.